Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. We are going to work on a spread for my 2024 December daily, and we're going to just go to the very next one. I haven't printed any pictures yet to fill a couple of the places that we're missing, but we will get there. So where we are in this album is story number 9, which is this fun one that opens up, which I love. So that'll be really fun. And then once I have it all sorted and everything, it will get glued onto the back of this one, like so. Let's get this put away. So for this one, I had already kind of figured out that I was going to use it as my kind of meme, funny little things that you find on Instagram and all of that. And so I grabbed a couple options for my 9. I've got this one, which I think is the one I'm going to use with some stitching. But I have the red one and I have the gold one. Now, any of them work. However, I just kind of like the subtleness of the way that 9 is looking on that one. And then I have, like I said, all of these funny little, they're not all funny. Some of them are just like making peppermint mocha, my whole personality right now. My comfort and joy is a warm blanket and twinkle lights. Some of them are a little bit more snarky, like all I want for Christmas is, I can't even read that, it's so small, is the luxurious life I was supposed to have on MASH. And wrapping presents is folding laundry's cousin, which is hilarious, and fuzzy socks. So just a bunch of little ones that I found last season. So I cut a bunch of them out so I can kind of play and figure out how I want it, and if I want to go ahead and let there be different colors on the front. I kind of like that vibe. We might do that one. And then, like I said, it's going to pull open, and then it will have 6 more. And I think I'm going to just do some journaling spots here. Maybe I'll have one of them be here, and then a journaling spot as well. So this one should come together very, very quickly. I'll probably just quickly stitch this one on, so it's on there nicely. And then I'm probably just going to go ahead and tape/glue these on. It'll be a quick page, so I just need to trim these all down just a little bit. I've trimmed these ones already. They're 2x2 squares, but if you trim them just a little bit, they fit a little nicer, and you can see the fun little scallops that are on that piece of pattern paper. So I will be back in just a second with this all done. All right, so this is all done. Like I said, super simple. I did put my journaling right there, and it just like so, and then I even glued it already to the side. So really happy with how that turned out. That one was nice and easy. And then for this one, which is about my oldest, he did draw a self-portrait, but I think I might just grab a photo of him and put that there. And I'm going to paint this number 10. It's really the only 10 I have in my stash that fits in this little section. So I'll paint it, maybe, I don't know, a color. I don't know what color I'll paint it, but I will paint it a color, put a little photo of him, and then that one will be done as well. So these two will be very easy spreads, but I need to print the photo first. So that's going to take care of that. And then so that would be day 10. So between that, I know I need a few stories between 10 and 15. So now I need to be a little strategic about what I'm going to do, because they have to fit within these, right? So 11, 12, 13, 14, I need 4 stories. So I can have like a 2-sided, but then I have to just make sure that it's like 11, 12, 13, 14, and then this turns into 15 or whatever. And trying to remember not to add bulk into my album, because it's already a little cuckoo. So for that, I do have some photos already printed, which might make this a little bit easier. I am going to pull this out too, because I don't have the photo, like I said, of my son, but I do have it when we did a couple things here. So one thing I did and I want to create is all the sweet treats that we had last season. So I have like the donuts that we ate, and I did it in 2 different sizes. I have this size, but I also have this size, and I think these will just slip into these cute little pockets. And then this little gingerbread guy goes here. And then so I'll put some, and then a little bit of journaling talking about all the things, including like the yummy hot chocolate and the candy cane. We had Jell-O candy canes and just some of the fun little holiday treats we got when we went to this is from our local donut shop, Lee's Donuts. These ones we got while we were at Potter's, which is a fun little store near us. And then I'm just going to cover the little gingerbread guy with some different pattern paper because I didn't love the orange. And I think in order to do that, I think my original plan was to go like this and have him here. And then he can be the number of the day type thing. But I also could do it with him like that. So there was just a visual triangle of gingerbread, I think was my plan for this one. I just wasn't sure which side I wanted it to be on. So that's something I'm going to be able to work on. I'll cover up his little orange with this, and I'll just simply trace it and glue it, and then put it onto here with whatever number I make this one. And then on the back side of whichever one I choose, I think it'll probably end up being that one, to be honest. I also had, again, some other options here. I also have the bow. Yeah, I had a few different things. I have some photos of when we went to go this little cool place that had a little farm close to where my parents live, and we got a couple really cute photos. So I thought I would also do that for a day. And I have these cute little pockets I made, and I thought that I think I grabbed one of these because I think my plan was that I could go like this and do 2 on each side. And then inside each one is a photo. I think that was my plan when I created this last year. It's hard to remember some things sometimes, but I think that was the plan, to go like that. And then on the other side, maybe the red was to be on this side. Who knows? That's green. This is probably the red. And they're going to flip open with the little photos and the story, whatever the story was. Probably can't be that photos of those. That's not going to fit. It's going to go like this. And like this. So that was my other plan for a day, and make it one back-to-back story. And I can make it 12, 13, or 14. So I do know that was a plan. Again, I don't have photos, so I need to look back into what happened last year and make that, which means this will have to be probably 14, because that could go next to story 15, all right. So if I make that story 14, maybe I can maybe you can do some pattern paper and make this story. So 11, 12, I'll need something for 13. That will be 14. It'll flip into 15. We'll have to see. anyways, that's where I'm at. So give me a minute and we'll come up with some sort of an idea, and I'll wrap up this video. All right, so I think I have most of the days figured out between, I just am missing 14, but we're gonna go through this. So I decided to actually do this day, which is day 10 with Jackson. I was telling you about that. So I found a photo of him. This is just a school photo from last year. And then I did go ahead and hand stitch all of the around each little block and then added some little gold stars. So it's pretty quote unquote basic, but I did it with the stitching and stuff in the little frame. I feel like that works really well. And I like the red versus green kind of going on there. So that's for that one. I then backed, because you would see the stitching, backed it with some of this cute little gingerbread paper and a little bit of string. And then I wanted to show you before I did it that I just used some tape. You absolutely could use red line. I'm not worried about that part. I don't need it to stay for, like, it's okay that I just use regular tape because it's going onto paper. I'm not super concerned about it. If you are concerned, I always recommend red line. It's gonna work the best. So I'm just gonna peel all of this and then stick it down. And of course I only put the tape where it's gonna be not seeable through on the other side. So this is gonna be one little piece, but I really love that. And then this is gonna be my 11. I'm going to just glue that down there. I do have possibility of adding a little jar of candy to it too. I haven't decided that part yet. But I didn't want to glue this down yet because my day 12, which I've just decided is day 12, is going right here. It's going to be like this. And then on this side, I'm going to have these larger photos. And then I'm going to open up each one of these, and they're gonna have a story and then a couple of the smaller photos from this fun little trip that we took to this cute little farm with all these fun little displays. So that is going to be my day 12 when I create it. I need to print the photos still, and then I need to figure out how I'm going to adhere all of this together. So I still have a little bit of construction that needs to happen with this day 12 before I can do it. And then I decided to make my day 13 story. I hope you can see this, about my drive home one day from work, and there was just this gorgeous sunset and I was able to get a photo. So I went ahead and did that, and then I loved the idea of just having the little ornaments there. And I think I'm going to have I'm going to tape a spot to have a little journaling card there to kind of finish that. So this story is also not done, but at least I know where it's going. And so that's really good. And then I did go ahead and I stitched the little ornaments onto a transparency. This isn't a transparency, it's one of the page protectors actually, because I didn't want to punch holes in here. So I went ahead and did that. And then story 14 will just be on this side, a photo or whatever there. And then we've got to day 15. So I was able to go ahead and get those stories in within the parameters I had given myself between, story 11 to 15. So I'm very excited about that. A little bit more work to go, but at least you get the gist of it, and I will share with you the actual finished look of it when I get to it in the next video. So thank you for spending a lot of time with me today, and I will see you guys all again soon, working on finishing up my 2024 December daily. Bye everyone.